gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Yep. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your geographical location. Thank God today is Friday, the beginning of a weekend. A lovely weekend for me, and I hope it will be a lovely weekend for you too. I hope your week also has gone well. Some of us have a challenging time during the week, but we survived it, so that is very, very important. This broadcast, this evening broadcast, is a special one. It's a 3-in-1, let me put it that way, or 2-in-1. It's a continuation of the last broadcast we had in respect to the unfortunate incident, and which is still happening, but it was used to reach out to those going through similar problem, to make them to understand that there is help out there. Also, we started a program, I think last month, where we spoke about love, relationship, marriage, romance, and everything. So we want to see how we will combine all these things together. But I do encourage for us to read the description so that we can get a better understanding of how this broadcast will go. And then, because at the last broadcast, in respect to title is Teaching Time, we looked at the again unfortunate incident, and the argument was that the gentleman snapped following the refusal of the wife of her mother-in-law. Though this has been building up for some time, or whatever must have made him to snap has been building up, but the last straw that breaks the camel back was the case of her refusing her mother-in-law. So it comes to that point where the issue of culture and traditions, and Madam Nelly, if you're listening to me, I want to give a shout out to you, in that the number you gave me, you are not coming up on either my contact list or WhatsApp. So I don't know what is wrong. There must be something not right somewhere. And I equally gave you my number, so I believe you also could not pick me up. So probably when should you come online, I think we'll exchange email address, and maybe we'll find a way to solve this problem. So you're welcome to join. I've already posted a link in the comment section if you want to join. I also want to apologize that I didn't come on here as I planned yesterday. I wasn't in a good place health-wise. I wasn't in a good place. So my sincere apology for not being on here yesterday as planned. Hopefully the topic will be discussed some other time, or if time permits us. Actually, this evening is going to be a long evening for us. Something I'm prepared to stay longer than the usual into the night where possible. I'm free this weekend. So for those of you who want to join in the platform, those of you who want to, your comment will be highlighted. Those of you in the comment section. I'll repeat again, the purpose this particular broadcast, it's 3-in-1. Though it is a follow-up of the broadcast held on the 14th of this month with the title is Teach in Time. I want to believe also that broadcast was able to help someone going through similar problem, and they're able to get help out there, or seek help that is readily available out there. As to the role of what our culture and tradition, our custom, culture, tradition, custom and tradition, played in this. Madam Nelly was very, very vocal in that. We go back to the root to find the root cause of the problem. And I'm gonna highlight the question out there. I'll put it up here so that for us to weigh in on as to what role it plays. My apologies for this. I should have done that before now. So, for the role it plays in choosing or making that decision as to this is the person I want to decide to spend the rest of my life with. So, if you want to join in this and weigh in into it, either in the comment section or you want to come on the platform, you are welcome to join us. We here to help where possible, as much as possible, so that given to the challenges that are out there. So please feel free to join us in respect to this. You are highly welcome to join us in this matter. So I look forward to your comment. Deciding a life partner. So give me 1 second. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna take this one off. So to give me enough space. So please feel free to join me on this platform. We've had issues for those of us in diaspora where relationship goes bad. Relationship goes bad, and sometimes it gets so bad, like what we saw or what we heard, and result in taking one's life. And some people highlighted, I think Madam Nelly highlighted the issue of where we have to call police. It's a no for her, and so many people, myself inclusive, that or why do we have to call, except in the event that one's life is in danger, or once the individual is an abusive person, then it is within that your right to protect yourself and call the authority. But if that is not the case, or when that is not the case, maybe just a normal altercation, or as you said, the man raises his voice, does it warrant either the man or the woman, in this case particularly the woman, to call the police on the husband? Like I said, for the record, except it has to do with a life threatening, or the man is physically abusive towards the woman, then I can understand. Personally, that is my opinion. But if that is not the case, then why bother to call police on one another? It's because the moment police and courts gets to that point, the relationship is more or less beyond repair. Once the matter goes to the police and goes to court, the relationship is beyond repaired. Then either you become a mutual friend, or you just carry on as it is. So the role that our culture plays in deciding a life partner. So here it is being highlighted. Culture is defined as an act, custom, the doing of the act, and tradition. What role did the above definition play when deciding a life partner? I struggle with this, but I have to still come up with something. And if this aspect is relevant, if you take the note of the thumbnail is what color is the flag. I am going to explain that. Each thumbnail that I use are very significant, so I am going to explain that. In the course of this broadcast, also, I'm going to throw a spanner into the wheel for you to weigh in on. Also, the title itself is Forefathers, okay? Because oftentimes we always say our traditions, our culture, our customs, and what role did these traditions and customs or culture play in our relationship to sustain or to what to divide? So we need to highlight these things. So that's why I had to come up with this. I had to do my research to find out this. What is culture? Culture is an act, custom, the doing of the act, and tradition, the passing on of faith. What did our forefathers pass on to us? Is it the case that it is our culture, an act that my mother-in-law or whichever way it is must live with me, and if she doesn't live with me, or the other party or my spouse do not allow my mother-in-law live with me, as such, it will be that will be detrimental, or it will means the relationship is over. Is that what was passed on to us by our forefathers? I'm going to repeat that again, because some days some of us will be father-in-laws or mother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, brother-in-laws. If my mother-in-law, for one reason or the other, my partner or my spouse refuses her coming to live with us, will I take the position that as a result of that, the relationship is over? Is that the culture that was created and practiced by our forefathers and passed on to us? This are what we will discuss and weigh into tonight. But like I said, if you want to put in your 2 cents or your 5 cents, as the case may be, the link is in the comment section, and those in the comment section, I believe, will soon join us, and they keep me going. They keep this program going, and it will be nice to have them. And once they come on, we shall keep it rolling. So, leaving the shores of Africa, in this context, Nigeria, to seek for a better life, many of us have experienced a lot, both the good, the bad, and the ugly. But in the context of relationship, many relationships are falling by the wayside. There is clear evidence of that because of change in orientation or mentality. Should this be the case for us, for those of us who left? Yes, it doesn't matter where one is. If the relationship will survive, it will survive. It will fall, it will fall. But I argue that we have this support system back at home, whereby every effort is made to keep this relationship or the relationship going. Not palatable, but keep it going. And I'm going to repeat again, just for the record. Only in the event of abuse, physical abuse, and everything, or the man is a threat, becomes a threat to your life and the life of the children, then I, for one, says, well, I will say, take a break. Take a break from each other, and the Bible also encourage. I liked it in the way of people separating for a while, and for the man to either cool down or whatever it is. Then there has to be a form of reconciliation back. But it's often difficult, easier said than done, but it is achievable. And in this context, we will see how we will navigate around it. Uh, uh, well, thank you, Mr. Timajek. Support system. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I have, thank you. Whatever comment you made is okay. Support system with a question mark for why. Baba, go sleep, Joe. This your lolly column, no be right. Yeah, thank you very much. You may not be interested. I believe others will be interested as well too. You have a pro issue with support system. Remember, in the context of relationship. So I don't. If you can argue your support system you're talking about, then it will be understandable. But you've often taken the position of an extreme negativity in situation, and I hope one day you will have a change of mind and see some positivity in some things that goes on in this life. And that is my wish and that is my prayer for you. We cannot deny that we don't have support system back at home. We do have support system, irrespective of what is going on. Now, the support system has its own crack or its own fault. Nevertheless, we support one another to a very large extent. So, thank you for that, and you have a good night. But I will continue here, and I believe those who are interested will join in this program. And if they don't, then I will continue to put out what I will say out there. Now, again, I will say this: deciding a life partner. We keep saying, what role does our culture, our tradition, our custom plays in deciding a life partner? I'm going by what Madam Nelly said, that we should go to the root cause of the problem, that is during dating period. Well, I am not an expert in dating or in relationship. In fact, I would say I don't think I stand on that moral ground given to my history. But I learn also, and we are learning as well too. But I will chip in my own 2 cents into it. Then anyone who wants to chip in their own 2 cents can equally also chip in their 2 cents. You must have heard this phrase that relationships suck. Well, that is not the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now, there is no gray area to the truth. Truth is truth. The fact that it doesn't work for me does not mean it will not work for you. We have to meet at a middle ground. But the role of the culture is what matters here, what we are discussing here, given to the last broadcast that was heard, that what breaks the camel's back was the refusal of the lady to allow her mother-in-law to come and stay over in their house. And such, it begs the question, should that lead to the break of relationship? Should I take a position? Should the woman or the man take a position? It could be the other way around, where the man refuses his own mother-in-law to come and stay, not just the woman. And what now happened in that event? Should they now call it a day or quit as a result of that? I think there's always a middle ground somewhere, because we don't want the repeat of what happened to that gentleman and his wife to also happen. So we have to learn. That is the purpose of history. History is for us to learn from history so that we don't repeat the same mistake that was made. I think somewhere in the Bible, I think First Corinthians or Second Corinthians 4 makes us to understand that whatsoever things we are written aforetime, we are written for our learning. History is for the purpose for us to learn. Take the good part of it, learn what happened from that, and see how we can navigate around it. If we need to update it, we update it. Amend it, we amend it. So that is the purpose of history. So not until we come to that point, we will keep going having these issues over and over and over again. What role did the above definition play when deciding what a life partner? Should it even be something to be considered? That's another aspect we will look at. Is this something for us to consider? Does it worth it for say, oh, because we don't have the same culture or we don't have the same traditions? What is your tradition? What is my tradition? That we cannot work together. What will be your tradition? What will be my tradition? And as such, we can't work together. Remember, we're going back to the very beginning, not when it's already into it. So these are the issues also that needs to be discussed prior to anything to avoid the unfortunate incidents that happen. I've often argued that a lot of relationship would have been saved. I stand to be corrected. In my own opinion, a lot of relationship would have been saved if it was back at home. That is my argument, but my argument may be wrong because, like I said, the support system that was there, makes it a little bit difficult for us to just end a relationship like that. And but unfortunately, it's so easy for us to end it when we are back here and say we're done. You're familiar with that word. We're done. And once we're done, we're done. And everybody goes their separate ways, and the kids and are caught in the middle of this separation or this debates. And sometimes the kids are used as weapons against each other, which is not encouraged because, one, they are innocent. They didn't ask us to bring them into this world. Same way we didn't ask our parents to bring us into this world. So, and as soon as we bring them into this world, we have to consider them, even if parties are going their separate ways. Then they have to what? They have to come to that point where they agree that, listen, for the good of these children, we will stay, we will maintain cordiality, we will maintain a degree of friendship so that whatever is happening is not going to impact on them that much. Separation and divorce always have impact on children, but if something is not worth it, then it's not worth it. So again, I'm gonna re-emphasize that this broadcast is a follow-up to what? To the last broadcast that we have. So it's three in one. And those on the panelists were saying that they said hope that will not be the last. No, and I said no, it will not be the last broadcast that we're gonna have. There has to be what, a follow up for us to get to what, to see if we can get to the root cause of the issue. If we can get to the root cause of the issue, then we will be able to help somebody out there. The purpose is to be able to help someone out there where possible who is going through similar issues in life. I have been privileged to meet, like I said, I have my own troubles, but I have been privileged also to have a chat with people in respect to this issue. And oftentimes I argue that conversation, it's very very important. Communication, I beg your pardon. And where there is a breakdown in communication and it's not restored back as soon as possible, it lingers on, then it becomes the problem becomes bigger than necessary. So if that can, the way we talk about money, the way we talk about our jobs, the way we talk is the way we should talk about everything where possible. And I'll repeat again, I am not a marriage counselor. I'm not. I'm not qualified in every shape or form, but I believe I still have a 2 cents or 5 cents to contribute or to say in that regard with the little experience I have. So, what culture is defined as an art, custom, the doing of the act, and tradition, the passing on of it? What role did the above definition play in us or in our life when deciding what a life partner? It's very important because if we ignore it, then the problem ain't gonna go away. The same way the country is right now. So we ignore a lot of things that makes us to be where we are in terms of Nigeria, and we're now struggling to bring it back on track. And we will bring it back on track. I am positive about that, regardless of what is going on, regardless of the ongoing court case or going to Supreme Court. I believe and I hope in my lifetime I will see that change, that we are expecting, particularly having a constant power supply, electricity, as we do have in other parts of the world. Constant electricity. I believe in my lifetime, that is my dream, that I will see that change, that desired change for that country, for generations to come, also to experience, for our children that are here, that are in diaspora, to say, wake up one day and say, you know what, I am going back home to my father's land. It is very, very important for us to come together. I'll have this dream and this vision, and it will keep us going. It has kept me going this past years. I've not given up, and I will not. I will not give up either. So, this broadcast, like I said, for those of you who participated in the last broadcast titled "A Stitch in Time," you will understand where I am coming from and where I am going to. So, if you want to join us, feel free, and we'll take a short break, and I will be back. Just give me 1 second. I will be back for another. Give me 1 second. I'll be back in the next 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes, please.
What? Yes.
Thank you for your patience. I just quickly had to attend to something there again. So, our forefathers, what traditions did they pass on to us in respect to sustaining and maintaining our relationship and marriage? What lessons did they leave behind for us in view of what happened to those couple, the incident that happened 2 years ago, and it's still happening? So that is what we're here to talk about. So once again, if you want to weigh in on this issue, please feel free to do. And if it appears that people you don't want to talk about this, then suggest what you want to talk about so that we talk about it, or we bring the broadcast, or I bring the broadcast to a close. But before I bring it to a close, I would like to reiterate again that there is help out there for those going through challenging moments in our relationship. Particularly us men, we should not bottle it up and be be macho. That doesn't make us a man, because when we suppress this frustration, this anger, and by the time it's going to explode, we will not. The outcome is not something that will live with us for the rest of our life. And as to the gentleman that we got to see, it ended his life and the life of his wife. Only God knows what is happening to the children, and we will give them. We'll continue to say our prayers to the children they left behind. So I would like to thank those of you who are there watching, and as I bring it to a close, I hope we will do again this program where it will be convenient for every one of us who wants to come and have a discussion on this issue. And for Timajek, thank you very much, and for your comments. Regardless, it's something for me also to go back with, and by the special grace of God, it will sustain you guys there and those of you going through similar situation in life between couples. If we have at the back of our mind that we came for a better life, to search for a better life for ourselves, for our children's and children to come, then it will be nice for us not to end in the way the gentleman and his wife ended up in. So thank you once again as I bring this program to an end, and God bless you.